Hello there, everyone. Having a cup of coffee. It's early. It's 11:30 a.m. That's early, actually, on a Sunday when it's been a late Saturday night. We're going to talk about the MLB algorithm, the baseball file, but we're actually going to talk about formulas and about Microsoft Excel because I'm not doing this, I'm not monitoring the baseball file for everyone every day anymore. Don't care. Got a million other things to do. But I do like to teach people how to use Excel, how to answer questions, how to solve problems. And today I had the problem of someone's like, hey, I'm pasting your lineups, Ken, into the file here, and I'm pasting in this area, and I'm getting a bunch of errors right here under the player and team name. What's going on? And I'm like trying to figure out what the problem is without looking at the file. And then I realized there's an Xlookup formula in this file. There's an Xlookup. And an Xlookup is an interesting syntax or interesting formula that's in here. It makes me think of Leila, okay? If you ever have any Excel questions, look at 1.6 million subscribers. She does nothing but like Microsoft Excel videos and Google Sheets and other stuff too, but she's got an answer to every question and she does it in a very concise and clear format. And like a year or two ago, she did a video about Xlookup. Where's your Xlookup video, Leila? You gotta probably search, Xlookup. She's gonna show up first, or very, very quickly when you search Xlookup. Yeah, boom, she's right there, right? She did a video and she's talking about doing Xlookup, and I think one of the, RIP Excel Vlookup, she said. Yep, this was it.
Are we?
And I listened to what Leila says because she's usually right. So she goes, RIP Vlookup. And I thought, well, what she's really saying there, she's saying the Xlookup formula is so smart and so much better that you will never use Vlookup again. And she's kind of right, but there's one big problem with that statement is that not every human being changes software at the same speed. I would love it if they did. I would love it if people could just all be on the most current version of whatever software is out there, like Excel. And Excel 365 is the way that Microsoft tries to do that. But there are still people who have older versions of Excel, and I deal with them because I deal with people in all walks of life and people that are not Excel specialists. Like if you don't use Excel a lot and you're using one of my files, it's because you want the information from one of my files and you have to use Excel because I sent it to you in Excel. So you're not an Excel specialist. I totally get that. So what do if you have an older version of Excel that doesn't support Xlookup? Because some of them don't. You have to use Vlookup again, is what you have to do because Vlookup works everywhere. So it's not RIP Vlookup. It's actually, you still need to use Vlookup if other people are going to be using it. And that's the situation I'm in right now. And I want to show you how to do that. So Xlookup looks up multiples of things and doesn't make you look right or left or use a number of numbers and columns right or left that you have to look at. And Xlookup is better than Vlookup because Vlookup has what I call the Zoolander problem, meaning in the movie Zoolander where Ben Stiller cannot turn left, I believe it is. Well, Vlookup cannot look left when you're looking at a reference column. You cannot put in, hey, look in this area and look here and look to the left. It can't do that. It can only look to the right. Xlookup can look anywhere in a table, right or left. But Vlookup can only work to the right. So we have a problem in the lineup sheet, which is why I used the Xlookup to begin with to make a shorter formula, is we need to look up the name and the team, the abbreviated name that comes out of RotoWire's lineups tab and the team name. We have to combine those two together and we have to look at them in this matrix sheet and we have to return another value, which is the streamlined team name and team. So that means like we have something like J Harrison CWS. You can see that's not exactly the same as Josh Harrison CWS. This is the full name. This is the abbreviated name from the lineup sheet. Well, in order to do that, all I had to do was create a new column over here. This actually was not here previously. I just added this morning to solve this problem. And this is just looking at what this column is, because we need to present this column as the answer. And we had what we had over here, so we'd have to look to the left to get this one when we have this one. That's what the Xlookup is doing. Well, we're just going to create a new column to the left and use a Vlookup, and that's what we're going to do right now. So this is the hard way to do it, but it works on every version of Excel. So it's not RIP Vlookup. It's Vlookup keeps having an extended life. That's why it keeps happening. And you can't use Xlookup if you want this thing to be universal on all versions of Excel. So what we're looking up is, we're looking up the abbreviated, we're doing Vlookup. We're looking up the abbreviated roster name right there, and % sign, because we're combining the team. And we're looking for it in the matrix, right here, in this area. Highlight this, comma, 2. We want the second, A, B, 1, 2, the second column over. False, because you just have to put false at the end of it. And this will work. And now, when I send this file out to anyone who has basically any version of Excel, now this will work when you refresh. So it's that easy, but it's a really funny problem that when you build things, you have to know when certain formulas were created and supported in different versions of Excel, because some software is static and it's just not going to work. And so I encounter this with other files. I have big, huge files that do payroll and stuff and use indirect ranges, and some of this stuff doesn't work on an Apple or a Mac version of Excel. It depends what year, but it's really annoying. It's one of the reasons why putting this in Google Sheets is actually advantageous, because everything that works in Google Sheets will work on every platform in Google Sheets and not have the same issue of iterations and versions of Excel. But I suspect Microsoft I know Microsoft is doing what they can to get the most current version out to everyone and get people on a subscription service instead of having, back when I grew up, we used to buy software on CDs. We would buy them on CDs and we would download it. And if you didn't have the CD, you didn't have the software. Now, even your Nintendo Wiis are allowing you to buy your games online, not even have the cartridge anymore, because it don't matter. And that's the future, and that's the way it should go. And I'm not talking about the baseball games or scores, because I don't give a rat's ass about baseball. I'm not making a bet today. I lost my bets yesterday. Don't care. Don't want to do it. Nobody's paid me for this today, so I don't even care. But I do care about teaching you how to organize your data, fix your errors in Excel, and get answers to the questions you have. Because you might want to bet and you might care. I don't care about baseball. I care about a million other things. But you can use the information that I'm giving you to do what you need to do, and hopefully not have to email me and ask me questions all day long. But I did just fix this Vlookup, so what I'm going to leave you with is Leila will answer your questions along with Bill Jelen. He's the other guy, Mr. Excel. He's awesome. Bill Jelen, I've spoken with Bill Jelen. Bill Jelen actually helped me work on a genomic, for the genome, for the human genome, or all biological organisms, the base pairs of genomes. So he helped me organize a file that did simulations on genome structuring and alignment. And we worked on a file together, and he took the file and he tried to write a program to run what I needed the file to do. He said the file kicked out a response saying, this is going to take 36 hours to run, this macro that we just wrote for you. So, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I go, I break everything, Bill. I do break everything. So he had never seen anything like it in his life. He's a great guy to answer questions as well about stuff. So go see them if you have problems with what's going on, because they will have answers to your questions. But if you need something from me, remember, just think before you email, because I get a lot of emails and I don't want to answer them all. So if you need my help, let me know. But if you don't really need my help, look for the answer somewhere else too. All right? Good luck. May all your picks be winning and your knowledge be fruitful.